reached the conclusion of the David case that happened a couple of months ago?
All right, good morning, good evening, good
Is it
night,
finally
wherever
over?
you guys are in the world. I have another update here regarding the David case, and if you guys don't want to watch this, skip it, because I know not everybody want to watch content like this, so
Makes sense.
therefore, obviously, you're not obligated. But for those of you who are interested, we have major updates from multiple different outlets today regarding David being possibly and likely indicted by a grand jury for the death of Celeste Rivas
Oh,
Hernandez.
no
So to jump right
way.
into
Is it
it,
over?
TMZ says David likely to be indicted in Celeste Rivas Hernandez's murder, which is a good update. They say singer David will likely face murder charges for the death of Celeste Rivas, and that's because the grand jury that's hearing the case will be asked to hand down an indictment, sources tell TMZ. And to quickly go over what a grand jury indictment is, for those of you who don't know, a grand jury indictment is a formal accusation by a group of citizens, usually 16 to 23 jurors, that there's enough evidence, probable cause, to proceed with a criminal trial for a serious crime. Essentially saying, and I quote, yes, there's enough evidence to formally charge this person, put them on trial for a particular
Oh
crime.
my.
Typically, it's a required step for federal felonies and happens in secret with only prosecutors, witnesses, and court staff present, and requires a
I can hear that. I can hear that police siren in the background in his audio commentary.
majority vote, usually 12 plus, to issue a true bill. And a true bill is a bill of indictment document found by a grand jury, the people, the jurors who voted on this, to be supported by sufficient evidence to justify the hearing of a case.
Hey,
So with
Gal.
those technical words out of the way, you understand the meaning now. Jurors out there, they're hearing this case in a secret location somewhere, and they're having to vote on this, which I'm pretty sure the jurors are going to vote yes, move forward with the trial after all the evidence we've seen. It's undeniable at this point. Additionally, TMZ says there was a
It's
report last month that
over.
the grand jury was, and I quote, investigative grand jury, a grand jury that helps authorities gather evidence, but one that does not indict. An investigative grand jury can be useful to subpoena and then force uncooperative witnesses to testify. And by the way, for those of you who are curious, yes, grand jurors who are on the investigative side do get paid. According to Google, investigative grand jurors are paid, but the
Oh.
amount varies significantly between federal and state courts. So yeah, they're saying you get like $50 a day if you're randomly selected in the juror lottery for federal felony cases like this. So that's a cool bit of information to know in case that ever happens to any of us. Hopefully not though, because people have jobs, they have work, they have kids. I mean, getting paid $50 a day to do this does not seem like much, but anyway, an investigative grand jury can be useful to subpoena and then force uncooperative witnesses to testify. They say, our sources say, however, the grand jury that has been hearing witnesses in the Celeste Rivas murder is actually one that will vote on indictments. So this grand jury is investigative and also going to be voting on the indictment. So they're probably going to be keeping both jurors for the investigative part and the indictment finalization process. They also say multiple
Well,
sources.
apparently the guy was playing Fortnite or so during the time of all of this, actually, to be honest. When this was happening and everything, you know, all the evidence being found and the body and everything, he went on a hiatus. Apparently he was playing Fortnite.
Sources tell TMZ that authorities, including prosecutor Beth Silverman, believe David was involved in the death of Rivas. And I mean, like, bro, anybody, a baby in his crib with a binky could see that David likely has something to do with this murder. I mean, it really doesn't take many brain cells to figure that out. Unless you believe, and you're one of the conspiracy theorists out there that believe that he has been set up. I've heard rumors out there about that. I do believe anything is possible in this world, but that does seem far-fetched. It's not out of the realm of possibility, but I mean, good God, if you're being set up, if I'm an innocent man and I had nothing to do with this, mind you, I still believe David was in an intimate relationship with Celeste, but he may have not killed her. That is possible. Anybody in that situation is still gonna be effed, but at least come out and say, listen, yeah,
Still
I did
kinda
that
sus,
crime.
though,
Sure,
not
I'm
gonna
gonna go to
lie.
prison for that, but I sure as hell did not murder her. That was someone else setting me up. So yeah.
Private investigator Steve Fisher told News Nation tonight there was a burn cage incinerator and
we found a chainsaw, brand new.
Whoa. They found a freaking chainsaw and they found like an incinerator?
It was with the incinerator. And there's no purpose for a chainsaw to be at this rental house.
Jesus.
Famed defense attorney
Jesus
Mark Garagos
Christ.
This is not going to end quickly or easily.
says even if David is indicted for murder, he has a good chance of being granted bail in LA County.
First of all, I just gotta say, a good chance of being granted bail in LA County is not surprising nor shocking whatsoever.
Well,
I've been
it's
railing
LA at
against
the end of the day.
California and their laws and their lax crime policies for years. Whether you dislike when I say it or not, the crime stats in California, the homelessness epidemic, the rampant drug use and overdoses are apparent. Whether you want to live in delusion or not, it's up to you. Additionally,
I
I
hate the
want
area
to say,
I
what the
live
fuck? Did I
close
just hear
by.
that private investigator
fucking sucks,
not
I'm
only
not
talk
gonna
about a
lie.
burn cage, of which I talked about before in my last day video, being on the property, but also a chainsaw.
And there's no purpose for a chainsaw to be at this rental house.
A chainsaw at a rental house. I don't think ever in my entire 20 plus years of being on this planet and living alone since what, 2021, have I ever decided
I
to
see.
purchase a chainsaw or needed a chainsaw for any
This is
reason.
crazy,
Now,
though.
you know, I don't know what David does in his personal life. He may be into wood. He may be into chopping down trees. He may have a tree chopping down business, cleaning up shrubbery and long trees that are about to fall over. Business, hobby, side hustle, whatever. It is entirely possible. I don't know. Can somebody out there tell me? But I highly doubt a chainsaw would be needed for a multi-platinum recording artist in the Hollywood Hills in a multi-million-dollar mansion just, you know, on the property for whatever reason. Like, you know what? I can't judge what a person does in their home. If they want to have a chainsaw in their home, they're going to have a chainsaw. It is fully within their right to just buy a random chainsaw, you know? Surely this couldn't have any links or possible connection to the murder of Celeste. Surely not.
The argument that will be made is it's a circumstantial case. He has not fled. There is no risk of flight.
The body of the 14-year-old Hernandez was found in the trunk of David's Tesla in September. It could be several weeks before prosecutors conclude their presentation to the grand jury, but if David is indicted, he could be forced to surrender immediately.
I just gotta say, how has there, I have so many questions, but one of them is, how has nobody captured an image or a video of David at this point? Like, has he not, where is he, bro? Like, where is David?
True.
And where does he currently live?
He's
Like,
hiding.
bro's gotta be in the middle of nowhere, in the mountains of Wyoming, bro, the trenches of Utah, the goddamn
This man is
hills of
goddamn
Georgia,
hiding.
to not have been seen at this man is one of the most famous people, literally, globally, in the world right now, bro. Hundreds of millions of, like, people, I think, at this point have seen this man's face. Genuinely speaking, where is he? Like, I'm getting spooked now. This is getting to Epstein
sus,
levels
I'm
of
not gonna
creepiness
lie.
for me, because now I'm just like, I'm questioning the simulation at this point. And yes, it is being reported that a chainsaw was found in this man's home, bro. That is insane.
Rented by
I don't know
David.
why I'm focusing on this particular detail, but given the fact that everything we know, burning, chopping ups of body parts and all that, a chainsaw is just like even more damning. And after further digging, according to Grok, the AI assistant from Twitter, they say David, the singer, has not been seen in public since the scandal involving the discovery of Celeste Rivas Hernandez's body in his Tesla emerged in mid-September 2025. So October, November,
Damn.
December. It's been over 3 months. It's 4 months almost now. This point. His last confirmed public appearance was during his Withered World Tour, performing at the Crystal Ballroom in Portland, Oregon. So this is the last time he's been seen by anyone from the public. On September 15th, 2025, subsequent tour dates were canceled amid the ongoing investigation, and he has made no public comments or appearances since then. Reports of online activity, examples
Yeah,
like gaming
gaming.
or unrelated videos, do not count as physical sightings. So yeah, man, this man, if he is in an
He's
disclosed
caught.
location, anytime he
got
steps
caught.
out in public, he's likely
Jover,
wrapped from head
chat.
to
It's
toe. I wouldn't be
Jover.
surprised if he's in the country right now, like in the boondocks somewhere, some rural, small ass town where nobody cares about him. But yeah, guys, what do you think about this? You already know what to do. Thoughts and opinions down below. If you have any
Well,
other
it's over,
topic
man.
stories
It's
you
over.
want to cover,
He got
DMs
caught,
are
bro.
open. And yeah, catch you guys in the next one.
He got caught with his pants down. It's Jover. It's completely Jover. Damn. That is crazy. That is wild to see that. Well, it is what it is at the end of the day. But yeah. Anyways, that's the end of the video. And hopefully this gets settled once and for all. And they put this man behind bars, you know, because it's kind of obvious that it's kind of basically, we all know who it basically is, you know, so there might be an accomplice in the situation, probably, maybe, perhaps, you know, but at the end of the day, you know, it is him, so. The question is, what is the motive, though? That's the curiosity that I have about the situation. Why did he do it, you know? Because nobody knows at the end of the day, so. Yeah, I feel sorry for the poor girl, to be honest. That's a shame. Ay, ay, ay.